What?
You want some?
No. That was cool.
When was Cynthia's birthday?
Today.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Did you do this lovely?
It wasn't me. Someone did it this morning.
It's very nice. They're gonna have to remove them.
V-Guard's house.
I know.
What?
So terrible.
V-Guard's house.
Oh, I can't. I thought it's gonna be Nicholas' mom's birthday. I'm gonna go play bocce ball.
Bocce ball?
Dodgeball?
Bocce ball.
What's bocce ball?
Where like you toss the heavy
On a trampoline?
marble on a trampoline.
No.
Oh.
Like
It's like a bowling lane, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Kind
like
of a
shuffleboard, but with a heavy marble ball, and just like it's what's the curling? It's similar to curling.
With the brooms?
Yeah, like but that's on ice.
But
This
no,
is on
yeah.
like
And no boots.
yeah, no
And
problem. So how's the season, girls? Kindly, Miss Talkative over here. You on the way back from the bus ride, that was so informative and
What did I do?
insightful. You were just really you were expressing yourself quite a bit.
let's see, the ride back from Hartnell.
Yeah.
The hour and a half drive that Asha did not stop talking.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, it sounds a lot.
I watched the whole. We all know. So good. Such a good trip.
So the season's coming to an end, right? When does it officially end?
Next Friday. Next week.
And what's been your takeaway from your experience? Kylie, I know you're trying to go to SF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's it been like playing on this team? And Gabby, feel free to chime in.
We've all bonded really well, and we all had a special connection with each person on the team. So I really like that aspect of it. And then I liked how, if we had lost, we all didn't hang our heads. We all knew we'd come out up to practice or the next game and try to work on what we didn't do. And I know there were times at practice where we'd all gather around and tell each other and talk about what we need to work on and stuff. And I really liked that. Which I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some ups and downs, definitely, and there hasn't been too many quarrels, too many fights, if any. Can you recall of any fights that broke out between the girls this season? Besides that, which was with an opponent, we were unified, but yeah, definitely it's not uncommon for girls to bicker and get after each other. I was just asking the girls what they thought about the season now that we're coming to an end, and yeah, areas that we improved, areas that you'd still like to improve on during the winter when we come back from the break. Kylie was saying how the chemistry and the camaraderie and the bonding has all been really great. A nice motivational climate. And we've been talking a lot about communication and listening, and what? Okay, so what does that response mean?
I think that we did get a little bit better in communication, but still, there's something we really need to work on. I feel like I communicate way better when I'm sitting on the bench than when I'm playing.
Interesting. Do you think that's because of, why do you think that is?
Multitasking. Kinda hard. I think sometimes we also get like a little frustrated with ourselves. Like I personally, because like I came onto this team not playing for a few years, so like for me it was kind of rough because I felt like I was like the team down and stuff like that. And so like sometimes in games I will just like I feel like I have no place to say something.
Interesting.
And I know it's definitely just me, but yeah. And then I feel like when I actually like when I'm playing better, then I feel more confident to like speak up.
Kylie, do you feel the same? Like when you're playing well, you feel like you have that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if I'm playing well, then I feel like other people can like play off my energy and like energy meaning like the way I'm playing and like what I'm saying. But then if I'm like not playing well, then I feel like I have no room to talk or say it.
Yeah, you all can talk too. It's a team talk. We're just talking about the season and how everything's gone and just basically we thought, yeah, come on in, get ready and do your thing. So leading by example, it sounds like from Asha and Kylie's statement, leading by example. But then what if you're not performing well? Just like, does that limit your voice? For you, it does. How about for you? Or for you, Captain? Felicia doesn't have that problem. She'll talk regardless. If she has a good game or a bad game, she's going to communicate, and it's so needed and so helpful and such a leadership quality that, you know, you're not too like, not to say that you're self-centered, but you know, to remove yourself from the individual game and be concerned with how the teammates are all doing. So I know it's definitely not easy, but yeah, maybe that's something that you and I can work on in the winter. Same with the rest of the group. Venetia, miscommunication. If I were to have an award, I would definitely, for the best leader, I would choose you. We have a few captains, and you've been very good, but just simply how to reiterate and emphasize how important that talking piece is, it just stands out. Like in your highlight reel, I don't know if you've assembled any parts where it's just your voice. You know, like I would really want a section, or think that a section where you're just verbalizing, narrating, organizing, that would be so nice for a college coach to hear. How is your film?
It's coming along slowly.
Evita, you're so quiet, Captain. What was your take on the season?
How fun.
I think we did like do a lot better communicating wise from the beginning of the season to now. I think a lot of people talk more. We definitely do need to work more on making like that communication during the game a bit more positive.
The positivity.
Yeah, like adding like a clap at. I always like when I'm yelling, I try to like add a clap at the end just because it does sound like more positive.
Sure.
Mostly after like if we're like down or we just get scored on, I think it's important to be positive and add that clap at the end. I think our chemistry got a lot better too. I mean, we're not perfect, but we did improve a lot, so I think that's important.
Improved as far as communication, and how about the listening skills? Because that's one of the biggest things that I've learned during my program is active listening. How to, well, there's different feedback styles, but basically knowing how to listen, and that in and of itself is a great skill. I think that you all are great listeners from what I've seen. You listen to each other well, the way that you communicate in the mass text and how you're so empathetic to each other. after the fact, it's very beautiful to see that you all listen to each other's emotions and feel for one another, and that's definitely, I think, been a contributing factor as to why the team is feeling so good about each other. Would you say you're all friends, or like?
I think we all get along good.
Good, yeah.
We
Friends
don't
are a
really
little bit
like
more.
bump heads, but
And what
we all
about?
get along.
And what about in the future? What do you think is going to happen when you leave? Are you leaving this? You're leaving. You're staying, right? So what do you anticipate happening in the winter? What's an area that we could continue to work on? Like any one of these, from the performance profiles that we filled out, at the beginning of the season. Confidence is always a big one. Positive self-talk or positive group talk, either one. But yeah, what do you think? Because I'm making a bit of a playbook for you all to come back and to. Ideally, I'll have it ready for you all before the winter break, just so you can have a little bit of a head start. But yeah, what I've planned on doing is a lot of team building activities, like trust exercises, ropes exercises. The ropes course, you could come if you're still in the neighborhood, but remind me.
Well, we're
that's
gonna
something-
have off-season workout.
Yes, yeah. I'll be here for winter for the weight training. Like a lot of this will be applied to your weights, your breathing, your focus, your concentration. If you don't pay attention in the weight room, that's terrible. You're gonna get injured. Back problems, whatever. So definitely, all of these mental and life skills can be applied to the weight room. And now I think. Does the focus shift a little bit from soccer?
What do you mean?
Does so like during the fall season, what is the focus, the priority?
Winning.
What is it?
Winning.
Winning. But soccer.
And yeah.
So during the off season, perhaps your focus as a student athlete, do you think it would shift?
Well, personally, I think, like for me, it was. Once we were done with season, I tried to focus more on school. Like, I'd still work on my film and go to off-season practices, but I was focusing more on school than soccer.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the natural shift, right? Too many times you all ball out here and then don't get the job done in the classroom.
Yeah.
That's all too common, and my research shows that it takes up to 6 years for a student athlete to transfer out to get their math and their English requisites. So definitely I would encourage you to now actively refocus or focus on your academics and ensure that you have all of the units you need to transfer. How many of you have been working with Lori, your academic, and how is that going?
I'm on track.
Great, on track. This is a key term. I can't tell you how many student athletes I've heard of who are off track, and then their career gets derailed, and that they just get lost in the statistics. They become another statistic. So definitely, I would encourage you to utilize all of these skills in the classroom for your exams, for your homework assignments, for your work. Where do you work again?
All of Heaven, and I coach.
Yeah, okay. I know with Venetia we talked about at Costco how that can be stressful. I'm sure as a coach that can be stressful. Even at Bowl of Heaven, it probably can get backed up during the rush hour and the busy times. So what else? Talk to me a little bit more about how the season has gone in your opinion. I'll even give you candy, Halloween candy.
Is that elf?
I don't know.
Yeah. You could have some.
I will. Are there areas that you think we diminished, we didn't improve in?
I feel like we could have improved more on like small things like technique and then touches, like the small touches.
Technique,
'Cause I
touches.
think we did a lot of kind of form and like placement, but not individual.
Anybody else?
Hi, Maria.
Happy birthday!
Hey, they had this whole thing, this like,
happy
got
birthday
collage up here. Yeah, you saw it?
A collage.
Wait, what happened to it? Did you erase it?
I did.
Yeah. Way to break my dream.
How old are you?
19.
Aww.
I'm a grown ass woman. 19? Yay!
You're 19? Dang, girl.
You're a fine one.
How old are you? 18? Oh, how old are you?
I'm gonna turn 20.
Oh yeah, you told me.
1 year closer.
To being a woman.
I'm no longer gonna be a teen.
20. 20? Yeah, you're not. We're doing Bible study stuff. Are you gonna walk out?
Well, I gotta change.
Oh, right there.
It's only on me.
Change
but,
it right there.
But real quick, we have to get ready for practice anyways. But tell me about tomorrow. What's your mindset? Your pre-performance routine? Pumped. I like that. Against Kenyatta at home. Talk to
Revenge.
me. Revenge. What happened the first time around?
They,
I don't even know what happened.
why all I know is in the middle. I hate
It was a
the
crazy
middle.
All I
game.
gotta say
I
is,
think there was like somewhat
It was a scoring fest.
A scoring fest. So how might you
First
approach
five.
this one?
First five.
Okay.
And then strong ass defense.
we really need to
Because their
communicate.
defense is weak.
Brilliant.
Individual defending.
So like, if there's a scoring fest, and how many goals did we concede last time?
11.
It was 11.
No, we gave up
7.
11.
Gave
Or
up.
7.
Gave up 7. So this
Gave
time
up,
around,
scored 11.
I like that
Scored
suggestion
4.
of focusing on defense
Wow.
and limiting. It should not get up to 7. If they have a dangerous attack, you can't allow them to get on the board like that, you know? So maybe tomorrow, what do you think your approach might be differently, other than first 5?
Not give them time to shoot.
Don't give them time.
more tighter.
Aggressive.
Mark tighter. Be aggressive.
I think always staying goal side.
Goal side.
Just always staying in front of them.
Good.
Connect passes.
Being patient.
And
Yeah, connecting on passes.
Not only that, but defending wise, like they have that one player who always just does moves. So instead of just going like balls in with her, just be patient because she's gonna.
Stand her up, she won't go anywhere.
Yeah, she's gonna just sit there and play around with the ball and just wait for your time to go.
the number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who is the forward up
That
top?
really good forward.
28
28.
and 15.
Very
Oh guys, and,
And number
also,
7 in the middle.
also on the film I was watching, number 3, I think she was the right back, but on every goal that was scored, she was playing the long ball in. And we didn't have a middle forward marking her, and she's kind of like, she wasn't super flashy or anything, but I think this next game it's important that we have someone there, because literally every single goal was from her,
Okay.
her long ball.
So let me ask you this: what is arguably the most important muscle?
The brain.
Whoa!
It's my birthday. I know they
So like, if you're preparing for all of this stuff, all of your physical preparation, all of that hard work, that muscle is up here. One of the most important, one of the most influential. So talking about it, preparing, establishing a good pregame routine, doing some imagery, some visualization about number 10, about number 28, and so on. I think it's really going to come out and be evident in our play tomorrow. So I'll be here. Kenyatta, what time is the game?
1:30.
1:30. So
We're
we'll
gonna be here at
at 12. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure we'll do great.
I went to go open the door and I